This is not about a show. This is my life.
Y'all, Cardi B just came out and officially confirmed that she is now pregnant by Stephon Diggs, okay, the football player who plays for the New England Patriots. Ain't this just a mess? But we got to talk about last night's game, okay? Late last night, I watched the game, but of course it was so late in the morning, or yeah, late that night, early in the morning. It was like 1 in the morning when I had finally finished watching the game. The miracle game, okay? The basketball gods and goddesses bestowed their favor upon, they looked down in favor upon the Minnesota Lynx because I thought it was a wrap for them. They were struggling in that game, guys. And what's crazy about it is, of course, they were at the Golden State Valkyries home court. And people have said this. Plenty of WNBA players, plenty of WNBA teams have said that that crowd, that atmosphere. Okay, when you walk into the Golden State Valkyries building, their arena, and you try to play them, the fans and the pandemonium from the fans of the Golden State Valkyries makes it very hard to beat. It was like we were not just competing against 5 Golden State Valkyries on the court. We had to compete with that crowd. Okay, and last night was no different. The crowd, I'm like, the crowd is literally like feeding into the energy. They're giving strength, energy, stamina into the Golden State Valkyries. They were hitting threes like you would not believe. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Lynx couldn't make a three for some time. Nafisa Collier, struggling. Natisha Heidemann, a.k.a. Natisha Heidemann, struggling. Courtney Williams was struggling. Jessica Shepard, she was struggling. Bridget Carlton was struggling. DJ Canton, she was struggling. I'm like, guys, what are we going to do? This is supposed to be a clean sweep for y'all. Y'all beat them by like, what, 30, almost 30 points in game 1 of the playoff series? And now y'all going to let them lead? The Minnesota Lynx did not get in front. They did not get ahead of the Golden State Valkyries into the 4th and final quarter by a miracle. And then that last like 10 seconds in the 4th and final quarter, when we were only up by just 1 point, it was 75-74, when somebody got fouled on the Golden State Valkyries. I want to say Salon. Somebody, I don't know, like that French girl, Gobert, and I'm thinking like, damn, I'm thinking like she about to get like some free throws, but they didn't give her free throws. And then Courtney Williams had, she had fouled somebody else. I believe it was the same person, Rupert. I'm like, damn, they about to give her free throws, but they didn't. They just gave her the ball possession. She put that ball into the inbound pass. They tried to throw it up. Brick. The Minnesota Lynx got saved, guys. And it should have never came to that. That game was way too close for comfort. Again, all throughout the game last night, through the 1st and the 4th quarter. The 4th quarter, we got really lucky. I'm sorry. The Minnesota Lynx did not beat the Golden State Valkyries last night by skill and just by, playing basketball fundamentals and merit. They beat them by luck. Again, the goddesses, the basketball gods and goddesses, looked down on them with favor and allowed them to get that dub. I really thought we was going to have to bring it to game 3, which I'm so glad we don't have to, right? The Minnesota Lynx, they deserve a much-needed break, some much-needed rest. I saw DJ Carrington kind of limping around in like the 3rd or 4th quarter. She actually requested to be subbed out due to some sort of lower leg injury or, discomfort or pain. I'm so glad they'll all be able to rest because late last night, Nafisa Collier, like the queen couldn't get past them. And speaking of, the Golden State Valkyries late last night, I almost forgot. Shout out to Natalie Nakase. She is the 2025 WNBA's official Coach of the Year. I'm so happy for her. Congratulations. I know that's not like an easy feat. Girl, you just, you left Becky Hammon side. You were her right hand woman, her right hand partner. Okay, over there for the Las Vegas Aces, and now you the big dog. You are now the head coach. You on big dog status. You got to lead and guide and instruct a team that's brand new, got baby legs, baby feet, and like you actually led this team into the playoffs. They did pretty well for their first. This is an expansion team. So again, shout out to Natalie Nakase. She definitely deserves it. She deserved to win Coach of the Year. And I was like, you know what? The fact that she won Coach of the Year, and this is game 2 of the series. I'm like, something just tell me. She's like, look, I ain't won Coach of the Year for nothing. We gonna take down the Minnesota Lynx. I was like, oh my God, they're about to. I had lost complete hope and faith. We was just down that bad. We was down so bad. I'm like, bro, Natalie Nakase is about to take this, Coach of the Year thing serious. She's like, if I'm the Coach of the Year, that means I gotta sweep. I gotta at least win and beat the Minnesota Lynx in tonight's game. But late last night, guys, again, the basketball gods and goddesses looked down upon us with favor. Shone they light upon us, and we actually was able to defeat the Golden State Valkyries. Again, it was just a 1-point ball game. Okay, the game concluded with the Minnesota Lynx getting the dub. They were on top with 75 points. The Golden State Valkyries had 74 points. In the first quarter, the Lynx only put up 19 points, whereas the Valkyries put up 27. The second quarter comes around, the Lynx put up 9 points. The Golden State Valkyries put up 14 points, okay? Minnesota, that we were struggling. The third quarter comes around, so when we kind of got it together. In the third quarter, we started to slowly see it come together. The Minnesota Lynx put up 21 points. Valkyries put up 22. The fourth and final quarter, the Minnesota Lynx scored 26 points, and the Golden State Valkyries scored 11 points. And it was just a 1-point ball game that concluded like that. And I remember it's crazy because in the second quarter, like again, the first and second quarter, the Golden State Valkyries was having their way with us. We was just getting any and everything up. We was just giving it up. They was giving it up to us, but okay, like in another way. And I was like, we need some defensive stops. I said, where is Dejanay Carrington? Where is Dejanay? Of course, Sherry is probably thinking the same thing as me. Okay, that's my twin. We think just alike. Okay, she's just like me. I'm just like her. She enters Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay Carrington was getting cooked, guys. She was 0 for 3. She attempted 3-point shots 3 times. Didn't make one until like the late third, fourth quarter. I was like, what the hell? She was only in the game for like 4 minutes in the second quarter, and she was getting cooked so bad. Man, Cheryl Reeves just snatched Dejanay Carrington right about the game. I felt so sorry and embarrassed for her. I was like, now Dejanay, you supposed to be seatbelt season, and you the one who getting strapped into the seatbelt. And let's go over the individual player statistics. Let's start with the Valkyries first, okay? They coached it when, Coach of the Year. So Janelle Salon, she put up 14 points, had 1 assist, 4 rebounds. Cecilia Zendasalini, she used to play for the Minnesota Lynx just last season. She put up 14 points, had 3 assists, 5 rebounds. Liana Rupert had 8 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds. Kyla Charles had 5 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Veronica Burton had 13 points, 9 assists, 6 rebounds. Monique Billings had 15 points, 0 assists, 4 rebounds. Carla Late had 0 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. And Kate Martin had 5 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound. Now let's talk about the Minnesota Lynx, okay, who defeated them. Nafisa Collier, guys, as much as she was struggling, she still managed to put up 24 points, had 4 assists, 7 rebounds. Bridget Carlson had 12 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. Alana Smith had 2 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound. Kayla McBride had 18 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds. Courtney Williams had 6 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds. Jessica Shepard had 0 points, 0 assists, and 6 rebounds. Natisha Heidemann only had 2 points. Natisha Hyde, your man. You need to put that weed back in your head, because what happened? She played for 21 minutes late last night, only put up 2 points. The girl gave us 7 assists and 2 rebounds. Dejanay Carrington actually was cooking up. She played for 14 minutes, but she still was getting whooped in the second quarter, let's be real. She put up 11 points, 0 assists, and had 2 rebounds. Natisha Heidemann and Alana Smith, they played 19 and 21 points. They each only gave us 2 points. They was the weak links yesterday. Courtney Williams, too. Courtney only put up 6 points in 28 minutes. The stud, what is wrong with the stud buzz? They be up and then they be down. They be down, they be up. Like, no, we need consistency. We need consistency from the stud buds. And let's go over the overall team stats for each team. Okay, now when it comes to rebounds, Valkyries had 28. The Lynx had 29. Both of them were tied with assists. Both the Valkyries and the Lynx had 22 assists. The Minnesota Lynx had 6 steals. Valkyries had 8. The Lynx had 5 blocks. The Valkyries had 4. They both were tied for turnovers. For team turnovers, they both each had 12. When it comes to field goal percentages made, the Lynx had 46.3%. They came out on top compared to the Valkyries, 43.8%. When it comes to three-point percentages, Minnesota Lynx had 28.6% compared to the Valkyries, 50%. Yeah, from 3, they got half, and I believe it. Okay, because we were terrible shooting night for us, for the Minnesota Lynx. When it comes to free throw percentages, the Minnesota Lynx had 50% accuracy compared to the Golden State Valkyries, 77.8% accuracy. Again, that game had me so stressed out last night. I was like, I know the Lynx ain't going out like this. Why they want to go out sad? Why you want to go out sad, Fee? But you know what? It is what it is. Again, the Golden State Valkyries, they ain't nothing to play with. Even Cheryl Reese said, like, listen, people want to look at them as the underdog. She said, listen, we do not underestimate the Valkyries. And they're smart not to. Okay, you saw what happened again. It's been so many upsets. We saw Seattle Storm get their lick back against the Las Vegas Aces in Game 2. We saw Indiana Fever get their lick back against Atlanta Dream in Game 2. We saw the Phoenix Mercury last night, and I applauded them, get their lick back against the New York Liberty in Game 2 last night at the playoff series. So again, guys, it's getting exciting. It's getting chippy. It's getting physical. It's getting negative, and I love it, okay? Again, I'm rooting for Minnesota Lynx to take what's theirs. Nafisa Collier deserves a championship. I'm going to keep rooting for them. I'm just so glad they finally swept the Valkyries out of the playoffs. They can finally get some rest, some much-needed rest, because semifinals, it's about to get real, y'all.